Are you thinking of relocating to San Antonio, Texas? Well, you need to stop and think about this. Did you know some of the bad and the ugly of San Antonio? Think about it before you make a move here. San Antonio is a very culturally diverse city with a lot of rich history. We have the Alamo here. We have the missions that go all the way back to the 1700s. There's a great ethnic diversity in our town. We love all those things. A lot of positives to be here. We have a great local economy. The unemployment is less than 4%. So that's amazing. There's a great job market, and you can come here and prosper and join all the people moving to San Antonio. As a matter of fact, our city's pushing 2 million people, and we expect another 500,000 new citizens in the next 10 years in the general San Antonio area. So obviously, a lot of positive things to attract you. We need to talk about those things. But first, we probably should talk about some of the negatives, some of the downsides you might not have considered when thinking about San Antonio. First of all, we need to think about allergy. Kind of sounds crazy, but cedar fever bothers a lot of people who live in San Antonio, and we want to make sure you don't move here just to get miserable. It's really the cedar fever season is from, I would say, December to February. So we have to deal with that. We have to deal with the weather. It's hot. I'm from Maine, and originally I enjoyed coming to San Antonio because I do like the heat. However, in the summertime, probably from July until early October, it's going to be at 88 degrees as an average temperature, and we certainly top 100 degrees many times during the summer. So you need to plan for the heat and make sure you're going to be comfortable with that. Another big transition for people coming here from out of state, property taxes. So we have a different structure here to pay for our services in Texas. We have property taxes. The average rate in the San Antonio area is somewhere between 2 to 3%. We don't have a state income tax. So overall, it's less expensive for our citizens. However, when you're factoring your house payment, you need to make sure you take property taxes into account. So those are some of the blemishes, if you will, on our fine city. But again, there's a lot of positives here, a great local, rich cultural history, a lot of things to do. Our Riverwalk is world famous. A lot of people love to go down there and people watch and enjoy the restaurants and the dining. There's the Tobin Center, has been an amazing addition to San Antonio. It's one of the finest cultural centers in the world, literally, and we get some great performing artists, comedians, musicians, and plays. You can take advantage of that. Are you into the outdoor thing? Well, we have a lot of activities. You might go tubing on the Guadalupe. You might go hiking in Government State Canyon, or maybe on Friedrich Park, or different places like that around town. A lot of people like to bicycle, especially in the hill country, or you might want to get that Harley out and motorbike through the hill country. Very popular for people to do. So we have lots of activities. Just remember though, in July, August, September, maybe early October, you're going to have to modify your schedule and do those things in the morning. In terms of housing and cost of living in San Antonio, again, some good news. San Antonio is cheaper by about 10 to 15% less than other cities like Austin, Houston, and Dallas. So you're going to enjoy that more affordable housing. And we have great utilities here, lower cost of ownership with electrical and water. So we're blessed with all those things. It's definitely things to keep in mind when you're thinking about San Antonio. Think about the good, but make sure you factor in the bad and maybe even the ugly so that you make the right choice for you and your family. If you find that interesting, I'd like you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're always here to share helpful information so you can make the right decision for you when it comes to moving to San Antonio.